Hi, this is Phil. Welcome to Rovensden. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be taking a look at another album in Judas Priest's discography to rank the songs on that. And the album that I'm going to be taking a look at today is Sad Wings of Destiny. Now, this album has a little bit of a story behind it. It's the second album in their discography. It was also under the Gold label and the last for them in that. And it has a different releases throughout the years. Now, the version I have, you can see here, is where the sides have supposedly been reversed, where side 2 is side 1 is side 2, and it does not have Prelude on it. It's an American press that I have on the Janus label. So take that for what it is. I have not heard the other version. In fact, I have heard that the recent edition that has the correct order on it is actually really nice sounding, so I have to take a look at that at some point. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into this record here. This here, Sad Wings of Destiny, released in 1976, I believe. As I said, it was the second one, and yet again features a new drummer. This time it's Alan Moore, not that Alan Moore. This is a different drummer than their first album, Rocka Rolla, and the first of many changes to their drumming lineup. Again, we do have Rob Halford, KK Downing, Glenn Tipton, Ian Hill, rounding out the rest of the members of the band at this time. Again, when I'm going through the rankings of this, it's my opinion, obviously, and for those of you who have a different, I'm very curious. I'd love to see in the comments what your rankings are, so please let me know. All right, so starting right off the gun, coming out the gate, at the bottom of the barrel, we have the Island of Domination. It's the fourth track on the second side, and sometimes you'll see in my rankings that just because I've ranked something at the bottom doesn't mean it's a bad song. It's just for all of the ones that are ahead of it are better. But in this case, it is just a very forgettable track for me. It's a 4-minute, 26-second track, and there's just a lack of something there to it. It didn't leave any memorable impressions in my mind. When I'm ranking these, I give them a listen and write down my initial thoughts. And I haven't really gone through and revisited them, especially if it's a song I wasn't familiar with. And in this case, I felt nothing really to write about. It's just a forgettable track. The sixth track, that was number 7, by the way. The sixth track would be the second track of the second side, and that would be Epitaph. This is just a song that has a very interesting sound in that it sounds like Queen a little bit. In fact, I wrote down, is this Queen? A lost track of Queen's. And we'll see that again in a higher ranked song as well. But now, this isn't a song that was forgettable to me. I actually loved the variety of this track. I had piano and harmonies. The lyrics are a sad tale. I'm just, again, the artwork on this is just absolutely phenomenal. I just love that artwork there that's on there, and this song just really takes you there for that cover image. It's a sad story, a sad song, and one that definitely is an enjoyable listen, but not as enjoyable as some of those higher ones. Number 5, I have the third track on the second side, and that's Genocide. And with Genocide, this is a 5-minute, 47-second track, and I just absolutely love the change-up, the lyrical tempo on this at the end. Really begins to sound more like Judas Priest than Rocka Rolla did, and I really enjoyed this track. Coming in at number 4 is the first track on that second side, and that is Tyrant. Comes in at 4:26. I love the lyrics of this song, and I can't really say the same for many of the songs throughout their discography, even though the tempo might be good. When I listen to the lyrics, they just come across as an element of their time, or something I don't really resonate with. But this one I really enjoyed the lyrics, and particularly because I loved when I looked it up online to see what others were saying about it, and there seemed to be a discussion about, is it a tyrannical ruler? Is it someone from the spiritual realm, like a devil or Satan, or is this something that we can relate to a time in history, like a Genghis Khan or something like that. So very, very interesting that the lyrics themselves can really be left up to interpretation, and it can resonate with each listener in a different way. Really appreciated that with them. The third track, now the top three here, all from the first side, obviously, and none of them are bad songs. My ranking of these probably are a little different than some of you, but it's my ranking. Number 3 is The Ripper. And I know this has been a staple in their set list for years, ahead of my other tracks, but for me, it definitely comes in at number 3 because I really got more out of those top 2. This is a great opening. I love the stereo panning from left to right and right to left on this. It comes in at 2:50, a short song, but not a song that belongs off anybody's top songs of Judas Priest list. Coming in at number 2 is a combination of two songs. It's Dreamer, Deceiver, and Deceiver. It's the third track on that first side and the fourth track on the first side, and they kind of play into each other at 5:56 for Dreamer, Deceiver, and 2:46 for Deceiver, but they play as one for the most part. For Dreamer, Deceiver, again, I'm relating to other bands. It really sounds like a Sabbathy type song, which I remember listening to a bootleg where Judas Priest, Rob Halford filled in for the lead singer at the time for a Black Sabbath concert. It may have been for Ozzy at the time during a reunion or something, and did really well. And now I can see here why he would have been chosen for that. This really has Sabbath sounds, more like a Planet Caravan type of sound. It's a absolutely warm solo, and this is when I start to really appreciate the work of Downing and Tipton dueling together. Fascinating. And man, those vocals that Halford just punches out through the roof are absolutely astonishing. And then the ending riff for Deceiver really ties it together with Dreamer, Deceiver, makes it one whole epic song. Fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Obviously, that leaves our number 1 for me on this listing of Sad Wings of Destiny as the first track that opens up the whole album, and that's Victim of Changes. Great riff. Absolutely stunning solo guitar work. The effects are psych rock, psychedelic, mesmerizing, magical. I absolutely loved it. Still has elements of the blues in there, left over from the Rocka Rolla days, and the vocals. The vocals are warm, smooth, welcoming, just pulls you right into that album and convinces you to stick it out all the way through the end. Absolutely fantastic album. Great track lists, and with the exception of that last one on my ranking, Island of Domination, all tracks definitely deserving of a listen. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Leave your comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification button. It really helps me to be able to stick around and do more of these. I appreciate you, and I appreciate those of you who have been participating and leaving comments. It really helps me to grow and learn, as well as an appreciator, is that a word? I don't know, of music. And remember, every time you sit down and listen to music, you're well aware that there is magic in those grooves. I will see you next time.